Wow.
What?
Look at that.
Welcome, Commissioner Herman.
About time, huh?
Yeah, we talked about you. Was your ears burning?
It was all good.
You know what they say? Better late than never, or is it better never late?
Hey, it sounds like you had a heck of a drive today.
Yeah.
So I was
Good drive.
14, so
Traffic was light.
30 something. I can't do the math on that one.
41 for us. You open the test.
Anything exciting in your life recently?
This is exciting. 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Other than that, how's the new dog? He's not new anymore, right?
You know that name?
Yeah.
So he's
Just
a big deal for today.
a lot of work.
Are you ready to send it back?
I mean, yeah, but I can't. So I'm just, I mean, I love her, and she's darling.
Long time ago.
But it's just one more thing.
lived
you
up in
know?
Austin.
Like a dog.
You got a,
Yeah,
got a hospital
10
kid?
months or
What
so.
kind of dog did you
Yeah,
get?
I remember
Pretty
much.
big
Just a mini golden doodle.
Are you having a hard time?
I said, it's just snowing. I was on the phone with her. It's
I
just
mean,
snowing. We've got
you know,
like 6
5
inches
kids,
already.
2
She goes,
dogs.
no, I live in God's country.
And we're getting her spayed
Like,
this
oh, yeah, you're
Friday,
right,
and
you
I'm
do.
like, I do not have time for this right now, but
It's a lot.
I will text you. I'll text you
Okay,
about the dog. And
Do you have
All
some
right.
magic tricks for me?
we'll call our meeting to order. We want to welcome everyone here to our Riverdale City Planning Commission meeting for Tuesday, April 30th, 2023. All of the commissioners are present, and we'll continue with our agenda. We open now for public comment, item B. Seeing that we don't have members of the public here for comment, we'll move directly to, to item C, presentation and reports. Mr. Cooper.
Nothing really to share outside of what we shared in the work session.
Okay. All right, thank you. We'll then move on to consent items, consideration of meeting minutes from April 23rd, 2024 work session and regular meeting. Our work session, we identified a couple of corrections. Were there any other corrections that we need to address or take care of at this time?
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the work session on April 23rd, 2024, and the regular session, April 23rd, 2024.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve in a second. All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, that's been unanimous. We'll now move to item E, action items. Motion to untable site plan amendment request for Wasatch Kia dealership located at 770 West Riverdale Road, Riverdale, Utah, 84405, as requested by H&P Investments. We've had additional information, and so we're looking to additional information, so we're looking now to untable that. So do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to untable the site plan amendment request for Wasatch Kia dealership located at 770 West Riverdale Road, Riverdale, Utah 84405, as requested by H&P Investments.
I second that.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. In this case, do we need polling? Okay, will you poll the commission?
Commissioner Spires?
Yes.
Commissioner Nye?
Yes.
Commissioner Herman?
Yes.
Commissioner Henstra?
Yes.
Commissioner Noland?
Yes.
Commissioner Anderson?
Yes?
Commissioner Polson?
Yes.
Okay, that is unanimous. So the site plan is untabled, and now we would move to consideration for the site plan amendment request by Wasatch Kia dealership located 770 West Riverdale Road, Riverdale, Utah 84405, as requested by H&P Investments. So, Mr. Cooper, any additional information for us, please?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And Commission, thank you. Welcome, Commissioner Henstra. I would like to make a note for the record. my appreciation for your willingness to come on an off week. There were no meetings scheduled for this week for either the Planning Commission or the City Council. So thank you for your willingness to be here to keep the applicant on track. As you know, last time we addressed this topic, there was some confusion around mainly the location and presence of a floor drain trench that would accept discharge in the new service bay and wash bay, whether or not it has a sand and oil separator, and just what the conditions of that were. And so there was some confusion around that. I've done a bit more research, and now we're here today to talk about that. So please feel free to interrupt me and ask any questions. This was part of the record of the last meeting, so I won't go too in depth of the things that we've discussed already on a number of occasions. But again, just to remind you, this was an application submitted in 2017, approved by both the Planning Commission and the City Council to build both the, let's go to this picture, both the proposed 3,380 square foot service bay building that's part of this new amended proposal, as well as a Port Cashore on the east side, which is not part of this proposal. So the existing condition is as you see it there in the picture today. Kia operates an 8-bay service area that has entrance on the east side and exit on the north side, which is the top of that picture. And it also has an additional existing wash bay, which is kind of an add-on block building to the north side there in the aerial footage. They are seeking to demolish the small block area and add a bigger area that adds both service bays as well as wash bays. Right now, they do have an existing floor drain in the service area. It does discharge to the the sanitary sewer, which is typical. They do not have a drain in the wash area, which is the square box on the top of the drawing. That sheet flows out to the street. And so this proposal would rectify that and bring all of that discharge into a single building, and all of it would then be discharged to the sanitary sewer as is required. So again, I mentioned the 2017 proposal included both of those buildings with on-site retention. That proposal did include the addition of a sand and oil separator as part of the new construction. So that was part of what was reviewed as part of this recommendation, and it's going to be necessary for them to construct as part of the new building. And I'll show you a picture of that in just a moment as it relates to the building permit. But it will have a sanitary sewer connection out to 4450 as part of this new work, and it will again rectify that issue of having discharge from their washing activities just flowing out to the street. The proposed site plan, again, includes all of those things that were approved in 2017, except for that Port Cashore addition on the east side, as well as the addition of the storm drain retention on the west side. And also there was an issue of a sidewalk installation in the 2017 approval, which was deferred. This proposal is requiring it to be constructed as part of the approval. So that's an improvement as well. So this drawing is a sheet from the plan set for the building permit. You'll see that it's that same new area that's being proposed to be constructed. In the red cloud there, you kind of see two different drains. One drain is for the service bay, the longer drain in the middle. The one at the top left is the wash bay drain. Both of those are connected to a line, a 4-inch line that runs out to the sewer in the street. And it's intercepted by that sand and oil separator. That's that square box with the two circles in it there. So that is part of what's on both the site plan, as I mentioned, as well as the building plans that are being reviewed for building permit. So this is what the new improvements would look like. You can see there's an additional 8 new service bays, 2 of which at the upper right, where the cars are oriented in a different manner. That is the actual wash bay. And so they'll do they'll be able to service there, but they'll also be able to do the washing there as well. And so that'll give them the capacity that they need. The traffic flow becomes better. They no longer have that add-on building that's flowing water to the street. It's all contained inside the building in the trench drains moving out to the sanitary sewer. And again, this is just an elevation of what that building looks like. It's a simple building, a block building, consistent with the other block that the back half of that building is constructed of. So again, our recommendation with this clarification is that you recommend approval to the City Council, finding that the proposed site plan does conform with the general plan, and that through our review with the applicant, that all comments and concerns with City Code has been satisfied. Any questions?
I just want to say thank you for the additional work in clarifying that so that it made it a lot more relevant, addressing the questions that we had. Thank you. Commissioners, any questions or comments for discussion?
I'll just second that. I appreciate the clarification. I feel like now we can make a decision, having all of the information, whereas before, I mean, there is a little tiny piece of the packet on page 19 that does specify an oil and water or an oil and sand separator, but
It's very,
very, very tiny. So now we have the information, I feel like, to move forward.
I agree.
Unless if anyone else has a comment or question.
If nothing else, then a motion would be in order.
Well, given the new information of knowing that this will solve the problem of the current drainage going out to the street and that they will have an oil and sand separator, then I would like to make a motion to send a positive recommendation to the City Council for the site plan amendment request for Wasatch Kia dealership located at 770 West Riverdale Road, Riverdale, Utah 84405, as requested by H&P Investments.
Do you have any findings of fact that you would?
Well, based on
Included
that,
that.
yes, we have confirmed that there will be an oil and water separator and that the water will drain in the way that it needs to, and that all of the requirements from city staff have been met.
Okay.
And
So
I'll
we have
second that.
a motion, and any discussion on the motion?
Wanted in a second.
Commissioner Nye, you've,
I second that. Yes.
okay, so we have a motion and a second. Ms. Maragoni, would you please poll the commissioners?
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Commissioner Noland,
Yes.
Commissioner Spires,
Yes.
Commissioner Herman,
Yes.
Commissioner Nye,
Yes.
Commissioner Polson,
Yes.
Commissioner Henstra.
Yes.
Okay, that's been unanimous, and so the motion passes. I want to step back one step. We recognized Commissioner Henstra upstairs in the work session. I failed to make mention of that here publicly in this open meeting. Given that the work session is also an open meeting, but this one is broadcast, we want to welcome Commissioner Henstra. She's been recently appointed, and we got to know her a little bit upstairs, and so we're looking forward to working with you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, we'll next move to item F, comments from the Planning Commission city staff. Any items that commissioners would like to address?
Piggybacking off of what Commissioner Noland and I said, thank you, Mr. Cooper, for helping us understand this better.
Thanks for being patient.
We can do that.
At our last meeting, I asked you about the recycling. Did you check on that for us?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I had a list of things to get to with Sean Douglas, our Public Works Director,
So you'll do-
and I failed to get to that one.
That's okay. We'll wait.
Thank you.
All right, if nothing else,
I'd make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right, that passes. Thank you, everyone.
That one's always unanimous.
Do you guys know Tony and Ann Conley?
Get used to it.
His youngest son
Brandon.
died Saturday night.
Keep it going.
Short ones?
Oh, really?
Oh dear, sorry.